This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Yellow, yellow. Kill. Check 3. Hey, 57. Check 99. Check 43. Undercut.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now here's Mahomes. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
23 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
So into Pats territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Watch safety 3. Watch safety 15.
On the counter, here's Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. You know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. So on 4th down, on comes the Buccaneer kicker, Matt Gay. This from 54 yards away. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Set, ready? 30 base. Check, 55 to Mike. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Big ass, big ass, big ass. 6-6, pull it high. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Shoot.
On first down, loss, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. Stout going to let one fly for Robinson. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, high 7. 45, 45. Ready.
Off the play fake. Stout. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Come on, set. 60 or. Ricky. Mike, 55. General West. Hey, Echo. Come on. Watch the safety creep. Put up.
Throwing on first down. Stout throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harrison. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
Ready up.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I got you, son. I got you, son. Mike 55, Mike. Hey, Delta. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. Mike. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Stout has got his man. It's Andrews. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Kill. Whip. Watch the whip. Watch out. Go. Come. Go now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
March 49. All day, baby. No. Off. Blue draw quarters. Check 50. Hey, check. Go. Check 24. And hit it.
On 3rd down, Sands slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's 4th down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook. And they won't try and pooch it. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Yellow. Hey, check.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm here all day. Check 52. Switch it. Come on. He's checking. Cracks. Check safety. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Wide. Get wide. Swing.
They'll run it with Jones. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. He's got Evans. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now a draw play. This is Jones. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Check. Crunch. Yellow.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So naturally they will decline it. They got the 1st down anyway on the play.
Who needs a penalty when you picked up the 1st down through hard work and effort anyway? 1st down.
Yellow. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 552.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And a short gain here down to the 22. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Yellow. 180.
On 2nd down, Copeland. And able to work his way down to the 16. And he's going to take this down close to the 1st as he's brought down at the Patriots 16.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Hey, 15.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's caught. Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Oh, he pulled it right. It's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Jam. Shit. Clear. Lead Trevor.
Back to throw. Stout. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Hey, Foxtrot. 5.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stout looking for Harry. He airs it out deep, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. This is Jones. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8. That last effort is noteworthy because he just passed Tony Dorsett on the all-time rushing list. Dorsett had 12,739.
Well, rather fitting because Tony Dorsett, one of his nicknames, the Hawk. And this guy just flew right past him.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
I'm going to come back to you.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Shift. Slam.
They'll run on 1st down. Loss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. To throw on 2nd down. Stout. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. Escapes the defender. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Check hot route. Hot. Check it backer. Check it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 5-yard line.
Go. 49, guys.
2nd and 5. Robinson's got it. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. From the gun, Stout. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
43! 43! 52, Mike, 52. Yeah. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike.
Mahomes now to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here, 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning it into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
61, Matchbox Lights. Fair. SOS. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Set.
A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Looking to throw. Stout gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's got room. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
You're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski was an interception.
For different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a three-syllable word.
Yeah.
You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, Laws. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
30 base. 55. Switch up. Go.
Off play action. Stout. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Ready? 5. I'm going to run you over. Be careful.
Operating from the gun. Stout. He sets to fire deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
Hey, watch it.
On second down, it's Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Patriots go with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
6-6, bullet high. Hey, Alpha. Go.
To throw again. Stout trying to lay one up deep. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
On the deep ball. Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Stout. He's going to air one out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 24. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Ready.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Back to throw. Stout. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Looking to throw. Stout. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 44. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. And Marquell Lee with a stop defensively.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey. 4 down. Motion. Hey, Sunday.
2nd and 5 now. Mahomes, and he whips that one incomplete there. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They run the counter. It's Jones, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go. 90 Wolf. All day, dog. Check. 80 weapon. Check. Safe. Kill. Hey, turn it out. Yes. Motion out of the backfield. Hey. Hit it.
On 3rd down. Loss. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Check 9. Blue draw 4th. Hey, exit. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Your track. I go.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Motion.
Here's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Rip right.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Following the fumble recovery. Stout got a man open. That's Harry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, check right. Watch it, you find. Go team, spill. Bang. Hatchet. Watch the edge. Fight.
They'll run on 1st down. Sands. Room here to run. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. Back to throw. Stout, give the sack to Jerome Baker. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. boxed out, looking for Harry. He airs it out deep. And now here is another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
15.
Again, it's Jones. And he's got some space here. And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. A big run there by Jones. Give him 52 yards on the ground. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield.
Fresno. Switch. Check your hot read. Check. Lucky. Back.
They'll try the left side. Copeland. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups. 1 yard.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. There's a wide, right? 55, Mike. I got wide. Kill. Watch the twist. Hey, alert 3. Check 13. Check. Right on these two. Switch gears. Right side.
On second down now, it's Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Attack. Check 25. He's crashing. Routine Smith. Right side.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darren Lee, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Mahomes. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Looking to throw, and he will find his man on the outside. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Forced out to his left. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Yellow! I go, little lady! Let's see what you got.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Hey, my 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 16-yard line.
Sit up. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stout. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Stout got his man, that's Harry. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, Haywood! Yep.
On 1st and 10, Stout, catch is made by Harry. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Hey, Charlie. Yo, go.
Back to throw. Stout. And my goodness, another interception. Carlton Davis picks it. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll go again to Jones. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ballgame. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know how you put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them? Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo, look at me. Zipper. 49. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 49's the mic. Watch 49. Deep rip.
To throw from his end zone. Stout. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a New England first down. Off play action. Stout in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Stout. He's going to let it fly. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
At the 48-yard line.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49-yard line. Today's
So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Buccaneers,